Welcome back to CAD 101 Fusion Foundations, the Build the House series. If your sketch moves, your model breaks. If it stretches, your design fails. In this video, we're going to fix all of that. Right now, your sketch is blue. That means it's underdefined. It can move. Watch this. If I drag a line, click on drag and hold a line, my roof moves, my walls move. That's not good, just like in the real world. Here's the rule when it comes to CAD. If it's blue, it means it can move. Black means it's locked. Our goal today in this episode is to go from blue to black using constraints and dimensions. We'll talk about coincident, parallel and perpendicular, and getting your sketch fully constrained by also adding in dimensions. All right, so here we are, we have our sketch. So first going to do a little bit of review from the last episode. We're going to go in and we're going to double click on our sketch in the timeline. And just because it's not symmetrical, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this chamfered edge and this filleted edge. And I'm going to do it, I'm just going to add a line to each side, and then I'm going to trim off what I want to get rid of. So adding a line from here to here, from here to here, going up, grabbing my trim tool, and cutting this filleted edge off, cutting this chamfered edge off. I'm going to hit escape a couple times, and I'm also going to get rid of this dot. I don't need that dot in there. All right, so now we're going to get into working with constraints. So we've done create, we've done modify, now we're in the world of constraints. Constraints just let Fusion know how geometries, which are shapes, lines, react with one another. So just like everything else, kind of order of importance or order of operations, we go from left to right. So the first one we've got here is horizontal and vertical. We'll go ahead and left click that, and I'm going to pick lines in here that I know should be vertical and or horizontal. So I know this line that's the edge of the house should be vertical, so I'm going to left click, it moves. Since I've already got an auto constraint here that shows parallel, and this one is parallel, I can't make this one vertical as well. It already knows that, so I get an error that says the sketch geometry is over constrained. That's fine. That's just letting us know, hey, it's already vertical. I'm also going to do the bottom of the house. And I'm going to do the top of the square of the house. So now we've got our house. It's nice and square. I also want to make this line that's on the top of our roof square as well. Or, I'm sorry, horizontal as well. At that point, I'm going to hit escape a couple times. I'm done with the horizontal and vertical constraint for now. I'm now going to go to the next one, which is coincident, which just means 2 points or a point in the line are the exact same point of it at an intersection. So if our house did not already have a point at the origin, I would now move that there by left clicking on the origin and that point. But since I've already got this bottom corner, I'm good to go. I'm also going to click this line of the house, and I'm going to say that needs to connect to this corner. There we go. All right, sometimes you have to move things around to make them work a little bit better. So I'm going to drag this down a little bit closer, and then I'm going to do my coincident. So if I click the corner of that house, I already had that bottom line since I dragged it. They are now coincident, and they are now connected. I've got my solid shape here. Next up, we're going to go ahead and use our perpendicular constraint, which is this one right here. And we're going to square up some of these angles in our roof, just to make sure Fusion knows, hey, these are all rectangles. All right. It's now a little bit crooked. You notice because they're blue, I can still left click and drag and move them around. All right, so now we're going to start to get into, well, we've actually got one more we want to do. So this construction line here, I really want it to go up through the middle of the house, and then I'm actually going to extend it and I'm going to make it go all the way up to this corner. So we're going to move our geometries a little bit. So first things first, I'm going to try to do coincident on this dot in that corner. There we go. So now they're connected. Now I also want to go ahead and make this bottom dot the midpoint of the bottom, so that way it is centered on my house. So I'm going to hit escape a couple times to get out of my current constraint, and then I'm going to go into constraints, and I'm going to pick this one that says midpoint. I now want this dot to be at the midpoint of this line, so that was just as simple as 2 clicks. Now I feel like I'm pretty decently constrained. So we're going to start adding in some dimensions. I feel like everything is roughly even or knows it's horizontal, vertical, things like that. So now we're going to add in some dimensions and see if we can get everything to turn black. And if not, we'll come back to constraints. So right here is our sketch dimension button. If yours is not there, the very bottom of your create dropdown is sketch dimension. You can also press D anytime you see a letter off here to the side. That's your keyboard shortcut for that. So sketch dimension. Now we're going to work our way around the base of the house, and we're going to start clicking on lines that are not black to try to turn them black. So this line here is blue. I'm going to left click there, and I'm just going to drag it off to the side and left click again. So this now is asking me, how tall is that line? In this case, right now it's 3.62. I like round whole numbers for this exercise, so I'm just going to go with a 4. I'm going to also try the bottom, and in this case we're going to make that a 5. And because I've got a square here or a rectangle here, it has now dimensioned all of the horizontal and vertical lines. So I'm trying to left click and see if I can drag any of these, and they're not. So that's how I know I'm fully constrained, as well as the fact that they're now black. I'm going to go back into sketch dimensions, and now I'm going to start doing my windows and my door. So I need to tell Fusion how big this circle is, so I'm going to left click on the outside of it. Right now it's 0.8. We're going to make it 0.75. And since we had that mirror or symmetry constraint on, what I'm doing to the left circle is happening to the one on the right. Now I need to tell Fusion how close this window is to the outside of the house and to the bottom. So I'm going to start by left clicking on the center dot. Then I'm going to go to the origin, and I'm going to come out to the left here. Right now, the way it's drawn, it says 1.69. We're just going to change that to a 1.5. Hit enter. We'll do the same origin to the same dot, but this time I'm going to go down. And I'm going to change that to a 1. You'll notice both of my circles have now turned black. They're fully dimensioned, fully constrained. Now I'm going to tell Fusion where the left side of this door is versus the left side of the house. I'm just kind of walking my way around anything that is black or anything that is blue, clicking on it and updating it. So in this case, 2.34, we'll make that a 2. How wide my door is, I'm going to left click on both of the doors. I'm going to click down here at the bottom, currently 0.8. We'll make that a 1. It is showing that it's black, so we're going to go ahead and try to drag it. We can't. Let's see. So our arch up here is able to go up and down because we haven't constrained this top line. So I'm going to press D again. We'll click the line, click the bottom of the house, come all the way out here to the far right. We're at 2.49. We're just going to call this 2.5. So 2.5. There we go. Now everything in the bottom square of my house is black. We're fully dimensioned. Right now, just to double check, I'm going to open up this drop down here in the browser next to Sketch. And if you look next to Sketch when it's got a pencil, that means it's still not fully constrained. We know we're good when we have a red lock on it. So we've got a couple of lines here. We're going to go ahead and click on this bottom edge of the roof. Come down kind of diagonally. So if I go straight down, it gives me kind of a vertical distance. If I go to the left, it kind of gives me that angle as well. But I wanted my dimension line to be parallel with the object that I'm sketching in this case. So we got 0.74. We'll make it a little bit smaller. I'm just going to call it 0.5. In that case, we've got a lot of things that have now gone fully dimensioned, but I can drag one line of the roof straight out, and I can do the same with this one. So we're going to go back into Sketch Dimensions, and we're going to tell it how far, how long. Did escape a couple times. Dimension. Just told you how to go parallel, and I clicked too quick. There we go. All right, it's a little bit short. We're going to go from 3.78. We're going to call this a 4. And I can do the same thing over here and make it a 4. So I'm going to go ahead and left click on it and drag it out. Now I could type a 4, but one thing you can also do, if you know two dimensions are equal to each other, if you click on the other one, it changes it to that reference. Now you don't know what it is unless you hover over it. So if I hover over this 4.0, it says D13 4 inches. And since I've clicked on it, it now says D13 here. So if I hit enter, it'll say function 4. So that means no matter what, if I go and double click this and I change this to 6 inches, the other one's going to change to 6 inches. So they're kind of locked in together. But now that I've got the roof dimensioned, my sketch here now has a red locked. I am fully constrained. So we're going to repeat our drag test, see if anything moves. So I'm just going to click a couple of lines, but we know we're good. Everything's black. We've got our lock in the sketch. So nothing moves, we're good. So we started this episode with a blue house that we were able to very quickly, easily knock down, rip the roof off, things like that. Now, everything's locked. Every line has a purpose, every dimension is defined, every relationship is controlled. That's the difference between just drawing and engineering. In the next episode, we're finally going to bring this sketch into the 3D world. We're going to take this lock sketch and turn it into a real object. Click into the next episode, and let's keep building.